Hey guys! Today I'm going to be doing my August book haul, and I've kind of made up for the past 3 or 4 months of very sparse book buying because I've bought a lot of books this month. I'm not going to go into great detail about any of these books because, for a couple reasons actually. The first one is that I got a lot of books here. The second reason is, yeah, my battery is like on 1 bar because I've already filmed 3 videos. So let's just go ahead and get started. The first book I have is Urban Enemies, and I actually won this off Goodreads. The only real thing I know about this book is it's told from multiple authors, and they're all about different villains. Next I have Texting the Underworld by Ellen Boomeran? I don't know how to say her name. I went to a lot of Goodwills, so the majority of these books only cost like 25-50 cents at the most. So that's why I have so many books. They were really cheap. This book, the main reason I picked it up is because there's a banshee in it, and I'm obsessed with Teen Wolf, and there's a banshee in Teen Wolf, and it's the main reason I got this book. This particular banshee is very inexperienced, and she appears in this boy's bedroom, which means that someone in his family is going to die. You would think that would actually mean he's going to die, but I don't know. Anyways, he decides to take a trip to the underworld so that he can save the family member that's going to die, even though he has no clue who that family member is yet. Next up, I have Spy High Mission 1. I'm not exactly sure how many books there are to this series, or if it just says Mission 1 for no particular reason. I don't know. It was written by A.J. Butcher, and I'm butchering this book haul right now. Also notice when I read the summary of this book, it kind of gave me X-Men feels. This is basically a high school that trains spies, and the particular team that are the main characters of this book haven't been meeting the expectations of the person who formed the group. So they're going to have to go on a mission, and it's not a virtual mission like they're used to. It's going to be a real life mission that will be life or death. Then I have Cherub Mission 2, The Dealer, and I didn't really pay attention to the Mission 2 part when I bought this book, but I'm currently trying to find a cheap version of the first book because there's a lot of books in this series. And I'm not really going to talk about this book since it is the second book, but I do know Rick Riordan blurped it, so that's reason enough for me to get it. And this was written by, I don't know how to say his last name, Robert something. Then I got Paper Towns by John Green, and my god is this the ugliest cover in existence. And I haven't really looked much into this book at all. I just got it for like 50 cents, and I was like, it's a John Green book. I was like, I have a couple of his books that I haven't read, and I was like, I may want to read Paper Towns. I don't know. Might as well pick it up while it's cheap. Otherwise, I would not have bought this book because of the cover. I hate this cover so much. Then I have Project Paper Dolls, The Rules. I'm actually not sure if there's a lot of books to this series. I think this is the first book. And this was written by Stacy Cade. And this follows a girl who has 5 self-imposed rules set to herself after she's escaped this laboratory. And apparently she has extraterrestrial DNA or something along those lines. But of course, since she's genetically altered, we can assume that not many people have survived this. So the lab that wants her isn't really going to let her go. And to keep her and her stepfather safe, she has to try to blend into high school. Then I have Survive the Night by Daniela Vega. I don't actually know a lot about this book other than the main character just got out of rehab, and her friends take her to a rave that night, and somehow it turns into a bloodbath. I think that was basically what it was about. I don't know. I was 50-50 on getting this book or not, and I kind of got distracted, left it in my cart, and ended up buying it without realizing it, so now I have it. Next, I have all 5 books of the Fallen series by Thomas E. Too Hard a Last Name. And this series deals with fallen angels, which isn't really something I've read a lot about. The main character turns 18, starts hearing voices, and he thinks he's going crazy until a man just comes up to him and starts telling him about his powers and what his purpose is and everything, and he doesn't believe him, just brushes it off until it gets to the point where people are trying to kill him and he can't avoid it any longer. And I believe this is the entire series, and I think I only paid like $2 for all 5 books. So, loving that, and I hope I love this series. Haven't really heard much about it. Then I have The Room by Emma Donahue. I don't know if that's how you say her last name or not. Hope it is. This book is about a little boy and his mother who are being held captive in this room, and it's gotten to the point where the boy's very curious and the mom is just really desperate to get out and really don't know much else about it other than that. I figured it's gonna be sad, but I hope it ends happy. Then I have Shuffle Repeat by Jen Kellen, and I think that's not how you say her last name, but that's weird spelling of it. It's these two teens that know each other, but they don't interact with each other. They're more like acquaintances, they never talk. And one day, both their mothers make them carpool to school together. I'm not really sure why. And that just gets them to start interacting with each other, and they realize they have a lot of stuff in common, and just your typical contemporary book. Then I have Beautiful Disaster by Jamie McGregor, Daughter of the Burning City by Amanda Foody, and this was actually July's Fairy Loot Box book. Then I have Kill the Boy Band and No Good Deed by Goldie Moldovsky, or I don't know how to say his last name. Heard a lot of great things about these books, kidnapping a boy band member, and this one actually is very, very weird. But I love the inside covers. They're very, very bright and colorful. Then I have The Upside of Unrequited by Becky Albertalli, one of my new favorite contemporary authors. Then I have The Love Interest by Cale Dietrich, which I hope is how you say his name. Got this book mainly because I heard the two male main characters fall in love with each other, which I've been wanting a book like that for so long. You know, fall in love and not be really, really sad like Adam Silvera's More Happy Than Not. Actually, all of the books I have read where there is a gay relationship, all of them have been sad. So I'm hoping that this one is very, very happy. Well, technically Simon vs. Homo Sapiens Jenna wasn't sad, but the relationship also wasn't developed the way I wanted it to. So I have high hopes for this book. Then I have Gemini by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. I've already read this book and love this book, and I talk more about it in my wrap-up. And last but not least, I got the audiobook for The Coldest Girl in Cold Town by Holly Black. Got this for super cheap, or I wouldn't have been able to afford it because audiobooks are like way too expensive. But really cannot wait to listen to this. Especially since I've been kind of putting off reading a Holly Black book for reasons I don't understand, and this is just the perfect opportunity to read it. Not sure how many books I got this month, but those are all the books. You guys let me know in the comments below what you thought about any of these books, which ones you think I should read first, which ones you think were a particular waste of money. It doesn't matter. Just tell me what you think about them. Well, that is the end of this video and my battery. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!